Hey there. So, every maybe once or twice a year, I get really pissed off and I will film a rant like this. And it's not because, I'm just doing it for shits and giggles. It's because I care about you as a member and I want you to yield optimal results here as a Beantown Bootcamp member. What really has been irking me lately is folks who are signed up as unlimited members who I never see. Like, I just don't see you. Or, I see you on occasion. I might see you once or twice one week. Next week I don't see you at all. The week after that I might see you a couple times, and then you disappear for a couple of weeks. And there's a lot of excuses that come up. It could be you're a big fan of outdoor boot camp, but it's raining out, it's too hot out, whatever. You're just not there. You're not present. So, my main reason for this is to talk about you trying to become here, more present. The other thing is, the other focus of this little spiel today is, do you have your priorities backwards, and do you actually care about yielding optimal results, or do you not care about results? Because for years and years, it never really occurred to me that there is probably some people in the general population where working out for them is more about a social benefit, as well as the beautiful atmosphere that they're exercising in, and results really don't matter to that person. And I never really considered that person actually as a consumer existed. For years and years and years, I'd be like, it's all about results. Like, if you're coming to Beantown Bootcamp on a regular basis, you must care about gaining results. But over the years, and over the last couple of years, it was brought to my attention that maybe there are people out there who really just don't care about results. They just want to show up, mark the checkbox off, and say that they did something, but results is not like their primary focus. So, if that is you, it's something to consider. Like, are you really in the right place here? Because we are driven by results, all right? I don't really want you signed up as an unlimited member here unless you are driven by results of some sort. And so what I did here is kind of set up a point system based on you as a member, and what your primary focus should be here as a member. So first thing first is, are you consistently here? And that would mean, if you are an unlimited member, are you here at least 4 times a week or more? Do I see you all the time? And if you are, I'll give you 25 points for that, all right? Second thing is, when you are here, what is your primary focus on? And if it's on strength training on a regular basis, I'm going to give you another 25 points for that. And by strength training, I'm talking about more like gross motor strength, which most of that style of strengthening is you're either going to get in the pump and flow class here, you're going to get some of it in outdoor boot camp, and you're going to get some of it probably in our CCC class. But it's gross motor movements, simple lifts that are not focused on a million repetitions, focused on somewhere between, let's just say, as a minimum 8 to 12 repetitions on exercises like squats, like push-ups, like pull-ups, like deadlifts, chest press, any kind of rowing motion. All right, so all the real simple motions that are very, very important for you to gain muscle strength and muscle tone. Are you doing that kind of lifting regimen on a regular basis? And are you doing it here on a regular basis? And if you are, I'll give you another 25 points there. So that'll give you 50 points. That's 50% of what is important as being a member here, all right? Now, let's say you're doing our small group strength program, which is strength training to the whole next level. Those guys that are doing that on a regular basis, I can guarantee you they're gaining optimal results in fitness. Their bodies are changing, they look great, they feel great, they're remaining injury-free. And so, as a member of that program, I'm going to give you extra bonus points of 15 points. So, at that level, you're at 65 total points as a member here. All right, the remainder of classes you should be participating in that are important are like our cardio-focused classes, like outdoor boot camp, tread to shred, cardio kettlebell, anything that's focused on in the cardio cross training class, anything that's focused more on cardio level stuff. Are you participating with that a couple of times a week? And if you are, I'll give you 25 points for that. So potentially with all of that, if you're in small group strength, you're up to 90. You're up to 90 points now as a member, which is pretty damn good. And again, that doesn't mean you're half-assing any of this. That means you're really in it. You're committed to it. You're not fucking around. You're in it to win it, and you've got goals in mind, and you're in it for the right reasons, and you're not wishy-washy about it. All right. And see, this section here is where I think people fall into a certain category where you've got your priorities backwards. And I'm not saying you can't still see results to a certain standpoint by doing this, but I don't really see you gaining tons of results in performance, in muscle tone, and body image changes. So this is the question I have for you. Do you participate with supplemental exercise classes or sessions or any type of whatever, even if you're doing it on your own? Do you participate with outside what I would call supplemental exercise outside of Beantown Bootcamp? And what falls into supplemental exercise? To me, stuff like yoga, spin, running, bar, all those things are important to do. They have benefits for flexibility. They have benefits for strengthening, small muscles that we don't regularly hit with the gross motor strengthening. And so there's definitely a benefit to that stuff on a regular basis. But the question is for you is all of that stuff your priority, right? Is that the priority above all of this? And I'm not gonna, I will call it somewhat, I call it fluffletics in fitness, right? Because of the level that people have taken it to. And I think a lot of that comes down to the fact that there's a lot more boutique studio fitness facilities that are very pretty and fashionable, and the social atmosphere there is amazing. There's a lot more of that in big cities like Boston these days. There's no doubt about that. And ClassPass has heavily fed into that variety game, right? Variety is the greatest. Variety is where it's at. Try a little bit of this, try a little bit of that, try this and that. But guess what's missing there, guys? Consistency with one program, with one philosophy, right? I think variety sucks, all right? I even, for a short time, for a while, with functional training, when functional training was all the buzz in here, and people were, standing on their fucking head on Bosu balls and doing all kinds of fucking crazy balance exercises and stuff I fed into it. Like, I fed into that variety game. Did it near an optimal result? Fuck no, totally did not. All right, and I know that from my experience in it, and I know it from other people's experience with it. The best results come from the simplest of exercises, simplest of strength exercises, the big gross motor lifts. All right, and that has changed over the years as far as how I have spread that message and really have focused in on that style of training. The big lifts, it's so simple. It's deadlifts, it's squats, it's push press overhead or overhead press, it's a bench press, it's a lunge, it's pull-ups and push-ups. It's just push and pull of all different directions. And those big compound exercise movements are what gets the best results, because it burns the most calories, it causes your body to recover longer after those workouts, and that in turn gets you amazing muscle definition changes. All right, so whereas I see folks who do fluffletics on a regular basis, and what or as a priority, and what I see with some of those folks is lack of muscle tone. I don't really see a ton of performance improvements when I do see you maybe once or twice a month or whenever it is you decide to show up, right? I'm definitely not seeing improvements in gross motor strength, right? So when you focus on all of the supplemental stuff on a regular basis, what I see you lacking when you do show up here is progression in simple motions like push-ups or pull-ups or squats. You're always grabbing the lightest weight. You're always doing modified push-ups or push-ups where you disengage the plank and you have no range of motion. You can't do pull-ups because you never focus on them on a regular basis. And honest to God, guys, those simple exercises are the ones that I promise you will get the best results. So nonetheless, to keep it simple, when you're doing the supplemental stuff on a regular basis, I think it's okay if it's 1 to 2 times a week, and I'll give you 10 points for that. But again, if you're only gaining 10 points a week as a boot camp member here, right? What are you doing here? Like, why are you a member here? What are you driven to get out of this membership? Are you here to come in once a week and once every couple of weeks and get an intense workout in? Yeah, you'll get that. But are you going to earn optimal results? And again, the question comes down to, do you care about optimal results? You might not, and I'm sorry if you don't, but you should sort of maybe consider doing something else besides Beantown Boot Camp. There's a lot of pride in this program. There's people that have been doing this for years and pushing themselves for years, and they earn the right to call themselves a Beantown Boot Camp member. If you don't earn the right around here, then I'm sorry, but I don't think you should be a member here. And I love your business and I like you as a person, but you got to have your priorities together as a member here. It's what else? What else was I going to get at? And this doesn't even get into nutrition and treating your body right outside of here. But I just wanted to keep it simple as to what your focus should be and things to consider. And again, if you make every excuse, if you're a veteran member, let me talk to the veterans for a second. If you're a veteran member and lately you've been making every excuse to get here because it's raining out, or it's fucking too hot out, or whatever it is. You worked late and whatever. That's bullshit. You know it's bullshit. You know you can be here. Start showing up again, and it's never too late to come back. Like if you've been MIA for the last fucking 3 months, when you show up here, I'm not gonna drill you. I'm gonna treat you like every other member. I'm not gonna pay you much attention. You'll show up, you'll get back into it, get the ball rolling again. And don't be afraid to get the ball rolling. That's it. Just get back here. Show up. Show up. All right, but if your priorities are backwards, I don't really know what you're doing here. All right, kids, good luck.